In this episode, I'll discuss ways to help you tap into the universal frequency of creativity. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Jonathan Gray. I'm an award-winning creative director, personal branding expert, and creative business mentor based out of St. Pete, Florida. I help visionary entrepreneurs and freelance creatives shift their goals, skill sets, and mindsets to build a profitable and impactful business. If this is your first time with us, let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and don't forget to share some love by hitting that like button. Now, we live in a vibrational universe. And this vibration is impacting not just some, but all aspects of our lives. From the choices we make on a daily basis, to even the collapsing destruction of a star. We're all bound to this universal law. Within these cosmic frequencies does really all possibilities exist. And like a radio frequency, we have the ability to tune into the channel of our choosing. So how does this work? The best way to help me understand this concept is to think about the human body as a television set and our consciousness as the receiver of these frequencies. Depending on the channel you're dialed into, will you receive the information that's aligned with that frequency. And if you're on a channel you don't like, you have the ability to channel surf until you find a frequency that matches what you're looking for. So what's so awesome about this is that there are just endless amounts of frequencies to tap into. Therefore, endless amounts of knowledge that's available to you. You literally are a conduit for universal information. So how do you know what channel you are tuned to right now? The best way to tell is to look at the stories you're telling yourself. Are you living in a story where you feel like you're a victim? Do you not have the job you want? Are you not living the life you desire? Feeling that life is just happening to you rather it happening for you? Or are you living in a story where you are the creator of your own destiny, where you are choosing moment to moment to live in the best and highest frequency, a frequency that aligns with passion, joy, and really unlimited potential? Making just a subtle frequency shift really has the ability to drastically alter your entire life and the whole experience of your reality. But unfortunately, not many people are aware of this universal law. The majority of the population are watching the same channel over and over and over, living in a loop of syndicated experiences, trapped by their own limitations, not knowing they're swimming in a sea of endless possibilities. So how do we make that shift into the universal frequency, that frequency that's just limitless potential? Well, we have to get down to the basics. Before we start diving deep, we really need to begin at the beginning. We first have to align with the frequency of creativity. And the reason for this is that the frequency of creativity is the bedrock for all emerging frequencies. It's the force that allows us to funnel and direct our deepest desires, hopes, and dreams. And without this one frequency, our universe would be voided of all existence. So then, how do we tap into this frequency of creativity? Well, I have actually 3 ways to help you align with this powerful primordial force. And the first way that you can start doing right now is you have to remember that you have a choice. Now, it's our ego's nature to protect us from harm, to ensure our survival, and to feel like we truly matter. So if a circumstance arises where we feel threatened, our ego will kick in and do what it does best. It wants to protect us, right? And although our ego may be serving us and may have our best intentions from a survival perspective, its knee-jerk reaction may not be serving us on a bigger picture level. Now, if we succumb to its programming, we risk making fear-based decisions that can be really detrimental to not only of ourselves, but those that we dearly love. So how do we stop this ego? Well, you really can't. Hate to break it to you. Your ego is part of you. And what you have to do is you can't get rid of the ego. You have to change your relationship to the ego. You see, your ego ultimately just wants you to acknowledge it. It wants to be heard. So hear it, but don't choose it. if it's not contributing to that path of conscious creativity. So what I did is I actually created a mantra that helps me disrupt my ego from these habitual patterns, and I love to share it with you. So it goes something like this. Whenever I do feel that ego coming in, I remember that first I have a choice. And then I say this: I hear you, I acknowledge you, I appreciate you, but I don't choose you. I now open myself to receive possibilities that align myself to my best and highest good. I'm going to say it one more time. I hear you, I acknowledge you, I appreciate you, but I don't choose you. I open myself to receive possibilities that aligns myself to my best and highest good. Once you're able to get over that ego's hump, you are now in a space of unlimited possibilities. And the more you're able to work with ego rather than against it, the better decision maker you will become. Now, the second thing is you have to do some visualization. Here's the power of it. Our imaginations are one of our greatest gifts. It's the epic cinema of our subconscious mind. You see, our values, our beliefs, and understandings are contributing to our narratives. And these programs are manifesting itself all around us on both a personal and a collective level. We are walking projectors interacting with the light and shadow of our subconscious mind. But unfortunately, most people are unconsciously creating reality. They're reacting to life's experiences rather than creating them. It's because of this unconscious creativity does the victim mentality tend to rise. We are so masterful at creating, we don't even realize that we're doing it. So how do we live life with more intent? And the way we do that is through the power of creative visualization. If we are projectors of our destiny, then all we have to do is change the movie and tell a new story. Do you want to find the love of your life? Are you looking to become overcome a massive feat in your life? Or are you simply just wanting to relax and sit back and laugh? Just enter the cinema of the mind and visualize these experiences unfold. And as we adopt these narratives internally, are we able to experience these narratives externally? And number 3, align your emotions to your desired outcome. Your emotions are frequencies vibrating throughout the core of your being. It's a magnetic force that's calling forth like vibrations. So how do you know what frequency you're putting out there? Look at the people, your environment, and circumstances that are around you. And if you feel good about your surroundings, then you're calling forth vibrations that are aligned with you. But if you're surrounded by people who bring you down and circumstances that limit you from reaching that highest potential, then it might be time to question that frequency you're putting out there. You have to start asking yourself, what kind of vibes can I start calling forth that not only empowers me, but also surrounds myself with the people and experiences that encourages me to become the creator of my own destiny? Now, this sounds awesome, right? So how do we do this? How do we change the dial? How do we recalibrate these emotions? And the way we do that is we have to feel what it's like being, doing, and having our desired outcome. Just like adjusting sound frequencies with a radio dial, we have the ability to align our emotional states the same way. It's through emotional mastery are we able to attract more of what it is that we truly desire. And all we have to do is transcend our current focus on the result, and we can call forth and imagine experiencing it before even having it. Like learning a new skill or vocation, this work takes time. It takes commitment, and it definitely takes patience. You are essentially reformatting and installing a new software in your consciousness. And you might have to restart a couple times until you really get the hang of this. But just remember, just be patient with yourself and trust the process. The frequency of creativity thrives in curiosity, experimentation, and play. So if you are hitting a wall with any of these steps, you feel frustrated or overwhelmed, just let that be an indicator that you haven't found the channel yet. But you're able to access the channel the more you keep trying, and the faster that you're able to make that adjustment, the faster you'll be able to make those reach those channels. So thanks again for tuning in. Make sure to leave a comment with any questions you might have about this topic, and don't hesitate to reach out. And if you're ready to level up your confidence, creativity, and cash flow, then schedule a complimentary creative clarity call with me. During this 45-minute session, we'll get super clear on your business goals, and we'll create a personalized action plan to help you achieve them. Just visit graymatter.com/book now to access my calendar and choose a date and time that works for you. Thanks again, take care, and I'll see you next time.